The way female athletes are portrayed in sports media is far different than male athletes. Female athletes are often oppressed in the sports world, with media being the main drive for this oppression. Because sports media has so many viewers, it is used as a tool to construct a standardized image of an ideal female athlete through selective representation in which certain female athletes are able to meet those standards that the sports media creates. The problem with the media's portrayal of female athletes is that it portrays them heavily on appearance rather than athletic ability and achievements. Male athletes are usually always critiqued and highlighted for their athletic performance, with physical appearance having very little to do with the way the media shapes them. Female athletes, on the other hand, are often either praised or critiqued for their physical appearance. Because sports media has so many viewers, and most of those viewers are heterosexual males, the media uses female athletes' bodies to gain more views and sell more products like clothing lines and magazines. Sports media will often use female athletes that are not necessarily the greatest female athletes, but have the looks to attract males, and put them on the cover of magazines to make higher sales. This is sexual objectification because the media is using solely the appearance of female athletes and putting them on display as a way of selling their bodies. They are often shown posing in sexual ways with minimal clothing to increase their sex appeal. This photo of pro golfer Blair O'Neal clearly depicts that the main purpose of this photo was to use her body to sell more magazines. She is wearing a bikini, kneeling down in a mini pool. The, this photo does not highlight her athletic ability, but degrades it by having her have to wear a bikini and be sexually objectified in order to be worthy enough to be in the media. This is another example of a female athlete who is being sexually objectified by the media. She is a professional tennis player on the cover of a Playboy magazine. The fact that female athletes are coming up in Playboy magazines shows that they are being sexually objectified for their physical appearance. When the media gives female athletes little broadcasting time, but has them sexually objectified in magazines, it sets the standard that female athletes need to sell their bodies to get the endorsements and publicity as males. The main goal of the media in their representation of female athletes is to attract arousal of heterosexual males. Because many female athletes are athletic, strong, independent, and aggressive, the media often will not highlight their performance, because those are masculine traits that will not sell as well as sexualized images of females will sell. Sports Illustrated has supermodel Kate Upton on the cover of the magazine. She is not an athlete, but she is a model, so she is sexually attractive. Therefore, her looks will help the magazine sell for more. This sets a bad image to female athletes because it teaches them that they need to be feminine and sexualized in order to get any credibility in sports. This image, along with many other media representations of female athletes, glorify gender roles. This picture of Candace Parker on the cover of a magazine pregnant to show her feminine qualities over her athleticism, which could be considered masculine. Because most of sports is dominated by heterosexual males, the sports industry bases advertising schemes to attract heterosexual males, allowing attractive female athletes with feminine qualities to take representation in sports media. This sets a negative example to all female and female athletes especially, suggesting that they need to conform to the heterosexual norm in order to be important. Another issue with the way female athletes are represented in sports media is that the media is not only sexist with the way females are represented, but racist as well. The sports media usually endorses female athletes that are feminine, attractive, and white. An example of a female athlete who received a lot of negative media attention is Serena Williams. She is debatably the best female athlete in her sport, dominating the female tennis world for years. She has not lost to Maria Sharapova since 2004 and has far more achievements than Sharapova. However, Serena Williams does not make as much money as Sharapova because receives more money from endorsements because her